You know where you are. You're at the Pleasant Street Garage. Home of the Hot Rod RV. It's Wednesday evening. I just uploaded a video promising you guys a little bit of a visual makeover on this thing. I probably ought to quit yakking and get started. That glue from the duct tape can really gum up this paper. This thing's got a layer of automotive paint on it that's like 30 years old. I want to get that off and get down to the original gel coat and hopefully expose the cornflower stripe without removing it completely. Get this thing down to its original finish as much as possible. That's the plan. All right, you can see the color changing here. Using a 60 grit here. I'm just gonna get it mostly down, then I'm gonna finish it off with probably a 120 or something like that so I don't go too deep. Although, like I say, this is not a complete body job. All this paint does have to come off anyways. So this is a good thing. Gorilla tape. $25 a roll, but it works. Fortunately, they didn't use an automotive primer under this paint. They just put paint over the gel coat. I feel like that's helping it come off. Okay, let's keep it up. I'm gonna get this section here blocked out, done out. And then I think I'm gonna stop and have a beer. All right, it's time for a new one of those babies. Given the cost of these things, you really want to stretch them out. Got some razor blades and some isopropyl alcohol to get some of this glue off here. So again, with the cost of them sanding discs, you can't afford to just gum those things up with glue. Gorilla tape, man. The stuff's cheaper than the alcohol. It evaporates a little slower. And we can just keep softening this glue up. This 60 grit, you gotta order this online. My regular auto parts guys don't have it. I buy it by the roll, 80 grit and finer. So you get that glue all around the perimeter, that's from the duct tape, and it kills your ability to cut paint. You see how thin that fiberglass is and how it moves? I'm thinking on the back side, I'm gonna put a whole layer of biaxial mat on there. At the very least, I'm gonna paint the whole inside of it with some fresh resin. We'll see how it all plays out. Moving right along here. This is actually going a lot better than I thought it might. If I get this whole corner finished from including the door all the way around to the halfway point, I will be happy with that for tonight. That's kind of like 25% of the exterior. I can clearly tell I'm running out of air. The performance of the DA is weak. We're gonna give that compressor a break. I know it's hot. Gotta remember what I said about running a finer sandpaper on them corners. Oh yeah, much better. 120 weight, slow removal. Looking good. Most of the blue stripe has already been stripped off the door. The door is aluminum, and I'm sure when my buddy was prepping this thing to paint it 30 years ago, it was just easy to blow through. I bought a bunch of windows for this project. I had to wait like several months to get them. All custom made to the factory dimensions, except for the bathroom. I went a little bigger and different on the bathroom. That had a hand crank little guy. They were not cheap. I do have a goal of having this thing registered and on the road before snow flies again, which means a floor, insulation, interior walls, windows. So we got a lot of work to do this summer. These YouTube videos are accelerating this project. I've nearly burned through a couple of years of footage already, it seems like. So now I'm gonna have to work on this thing every week in order to upload an acceptable video. So I guess you guys are helping me build this thing after all. There goes a seagull. You guys got seagulls where you live? This shop is right beside the Piscataqua River, and the mouth of the river ain't far away. One town over is the ocean. Remind me not to use this crap again. Gorilla glue, Gorilla tape. That is really something. Look at this, where my head is. If I walk around this thing, I can't look inside and see what the heck's going on. Unless I stand up on something. Ain't nobody gonna be peeking in at me. You know, somebody would have to climb up on the rear bumper here to look in the back. They might regret it though. Huh? Can't see in there. The thing looks like an absolute behemoth. It's only 21 feet long. You guys with your Sprinters and your Transit Connects and your ProMasters and all that, you know 21 feet, right? I'm in that game. So theoretically, I can park this thing in any parking spot anywhere. She is wide, 7 feet. She's got some width. Look at how much nicer that looks already after just 2 hours. 2 hours of sanding. Have I mentioned how much fun I'm having? Look at the ground clearance on that thing. A wild turkey can walk under there and not even have to duck. These two patches here and here was my first attempt at some fiberglass work. I really set myself up there for a tremendous amount of grinding. That is, well, what the heck? I had to start somewhere. I had to start somewhere. I never had fiberglass experience. So here we go. After I finished my 79 Chevy, that black and white truck project, if you're not savvy with that, tune into my square body drag race video. When I finished that thing, I realized you only have enough time in your life for just so many projects. So you gotta pick them carefully. This is the one. Yes. Round one. Let's see here. Lipstick, mascara, Fiberglass rejuvenation cream. Yeah, all right. A little bit more of this Gorilla Tape to deal with. We're gonna make it all feel better. This is going on the door, bam, and everything's getting locked up. Wish me luck. All right, it's very tempting when you're doing this kind of work to want to really work this grinder, because when you get a little bit of an angle on there, it's a DA, it's not a grinder. When you get a little bit of an angle on there, you could really move material fast. But what you end up doing is creating all these valleys everywhere that you're gonna do battle with the entire time you're trying to complete the prep work for your final paint. The extra hours now are gonna save you so much time on your final stages of prep. All right, so what we got here is, I thought this was automotive paint. It's not. It's like a hardware store paint, like Rust-Oleum or Ace or something, and it was thinned likely with acetone. I don't know if you can see the color difference on film, but this is, right here, hardware paint. This is original gel coat. We want to get this off. It has to come off. So while I'm here, I'm just gonna do it. I'm always jumping into these projects, and all I want to do is just get the thing done. So head first, 100 miles an hour, I'm in. And too often, and matter of fact, damn near all the time, I forget stuff like this. So as I'm grinding on this thing, and this dust cloud is filling the shop, obviously I'm breathing it. And I just remembered how that will exhaust you. I mean, it's probably gonna kill you too. You know, I'll run out of steam early because you're depriving yourself of oxygen. I mean, not only are you introducing foreign bodies into your body, now the amount of oxygen you're getting, much like smoking, by the way, is reduced. And that's gonna make you tired. It's gonna make you weak. And then this evening, oh, I will just be wiped. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit smarter. Editing and watching these YouTube videos lets me see things like that cloud of dust that's filled the room. I don't see that when I'm face down against the project and just getting it done. But in these videos, I see it. What do you think of that? This is a section where I was doing some test colors, a few different stripes. That's gotta come off. This glue could not be more of a setback. It is an absolute nightmare to get off of there. Right now, it's just killing me. That door is absolutely loaded with the Gorilla Glue. Ah! You know, this whole YouTube copyright strike rule thing when it comes to music and things like that is really pretty friggin' BS, if you ask me. I'm not adding music into these videos in order to try to get, like that's the way I'm gonna attract viewers or something, because I got an Aerosmith track in my video or something. I just got music playing in the background while I work. How many people don't have music playing in the background while they're working? You know, you're framing a house, you're fishing for lobsters. I don't care what you're doing. You got music playing. And so this background music is jamming away, and now I can't use my video clips because somebody owns words. I own these words, and if they're said in this way with this tone, then, you know, I gots to get paid. Seems like a bunch of horse shit to me. I'm gonna run this YouTube channel the same way I run my shop. It's something I call brutal honesty. And that is to tell the truth, even when it hurts me. Either my pride or my wallet, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be honest. It's hard to go wrong when you're honest. The truth never changes. That being said, this makeover ain't getting done in one video. I hate to think I'm gonna disappoint you guys, but you won't be disappointed. I hope my son was gonna come by and give me a hand on this the past couple of days, and that didn't happen. To be fair, this is my project, not his. And he's 20 years old. He does have his own life. So I'm not gonna make any more promises to you guys based on the expectations of others. Only what I can do myself. I hope that's recording. Ain't gonna lie, I'm getting tired. It's 1:30. I could use a break. All right, I'm gonna share a little trick with you guys that might come in handy. First thing you want to do is drop your tool on the floor, because that's handy. You might have seen this done before. If not, you're welcome. All thinned out. You guys know any used car dealer tricks? I'll show you one right now. Flat black, that's the secret. Can't use gloss, gotta use flat. All right. We've got a strip of Gorilla Tape along here, and then all around the window on the door. I am going to completely rethink the whole Gorilla Tape thing in the future. You gotta really consider what you're putting this on. Like if you were building a bomb shelter, okay, Gorilla Tape. If you were putting something together that you absolutely did not want to ever come apart, again, Gorilla Tape. Nasty. Well, all right. We're just about done getting sandy with it. We've got the door, and this thing is loaded with the Gorilla Snot. Here we go. This stuff is horrible, but it does what it's supposed to do. So I've got some 80 grit, some 100 grit. I expect we're gonna blow a lot of paint off this door and get down to bare aluminum in a lot of places. I'm gonna do battle with the glue and get it sanded. Obviously, this is gonna have to come off at some point too. This is the big part of the dress up for the neighbors. Really for me too, right? This is gonna be awesome when I drive this thing out of here and get to stand back and look at what I accomplished. That's a complete set of windows for this thing that I had custom built from Motion Glass out on the West Coast. I waited months to get these things. I did test fit one right when I got it, right in the rear quarter window, the bedroom window. It's like a trapezoid parallelogram. It's like a parallelogram. We'll crack this crate open and dummy in 3 windows. It'll be the bay window, the bedroom window, and the door window. I've got a couple of hatches to put in first, and we'll see what happens. It's coming up on 6 o'clock. I've been jamming down here since 8 a.m. Gotta go over here to my storage shed. That's where I keep my motorhome parts. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Is that Zach? All right, here comes the cavalry. Second shift, all right. Hey, where you going? Zach, come back, dude. The larger square hatch I had custom built. This little hatch back here was an off-the-shelf purchase. Several layers of biaxial mat, chop strand, and boy, she's nice. There it is, huh? Oh, that ain't friggin' beautiful. Well, thank God that sanding is done, because it's 6:15 right now. This is really satisfying. I think we're gonna get like awesome visual results from minimal work at this point, you know. Dude, you made it! Yahoo! Oh, I'm so fucking happy, Bob. I'm so happy. Oh my God, the whole side. I'm not gonna get the whole rig done. I'm gonna put these babies in back here and up front. Look at that. Oh my God, give me some love, Zach. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you, no, it's not really fiberglass, it's just dust. It's just dust, gel coat. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you, dude. Yeah, I'm not even, you know, it's all good. It's All good. Let me kill this for a minute. Dude, my boy made it. I'm so fucking happy. Kind of filthy too. Whew. All right, that was exciting. I hope he does come back, actually. If he doesn't even want to work on this thing, that's cool. I could use some company, man. Yeah, let's go with that. I'm not even concerned with a final body job on this thing. That day will come, but I'll be living in this thing long before that day comes. So what do we got? 7 o'clock. Been down here 11 hours going at this. I'm gonna get there. Most important to me is my boy Zach showing up, man. I love that kid so much. Come on, Zach, find that path, boy. I've got a daughter in her 30s with a whole army of kids, and she's doing great. She doesn't always know it, but if she knew what I knew, she would know how good she's doing. I've never done a quickie makeover like this before. I think it's gonna be really sweet. I think I'm gonna really enjoy standing back and cracking a beer and looking at my work. The only window I test fitted was this rear trapezoid. I keep calling it a trapezoid. This rear parallelogram window was the only one I test fitted, but she fit perfect. So I assume the bay window and door window are gonna fit good because they're just square. So more about those windows, huh? They've got a black powder-coated finish around the perimeter. The glass itself is not tinted. It's just it's a green tint. I didn't need a smoked out black tint because people can't look in this thing. It's too high off the ground. And I didn't want the black powder-coated finish. I wanted natural aluminum finish. Somehow in the application process, that got messed up and they sent me the black finish. They even charged me extra for it. So I called them up and I said, hey man, there was a mistake on these windows. I wanted the aluminum finish and you gave me the black finish, and I see what happened. You know, I had a handwritten application for the windows and then they typed it up, and their typewritten one somehow had got changed to black. And I get it, that's the official application. I knew I wasn't gonna get them to remake the windows in aluminum or anything like that. It was a huge job. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 custom-made windows. I can't expect them to remake all of those. So I said, can you at least refund me the upcharge for the black? And he said, oh yeah, absolutely. And probably he was relieved that I was such a reasonable dude. I imagine they get all kinds of screaming ass customers when you're dealing with money like that and custom products like that. All right, so windows. Slow myself down here, man. I'm all jacked up, I'm cranked up, I'm tired, I'm making progress, I'm excited. You know, I keep telling people and I keep feeling like making these videos and sharing them with you guys is accelerating this project. That is such an understatement. This project is gonna scream because of these videos. Holy shit, I need a break. I'm gonna have to do some work here. That's it though, that's it. My mind is going so many directions at once. Ah. Casualty. Bottomed out on the fence. No sense trying to waste it. Guess we don't have to worry about the nozzle clogging up, do we? A nice thing about this is my finger ain't getting tired from pushing the trigger. It's actually a pretty good fan. It's a nice wide, a wider fan than what they give you with through the tip. Dude, that paint is just bailing out of there. Well, you know, if it wasn't for these damn videos, that whole scene would have been wasted. That was awesome. Whoo, baby. Man, that is a crappy tip compared to that hole in the can. All right, let's mount these hatches somehow. Not real sure how I'm gonna install these. Let's see what we got. I'm likely gonna add more clamps around the perimeter, but for now, two's gonna hold it in there. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. That's interesting. Oh. It will be nice when I get a floor in here. I'm tired of walking on them beams. Floor is gonna be sweet. Of course that happens. Heard enough about these windows yet? They are the finest windows that you can get for this kind of a rig. You cannot buy a better window for any amount of money. They charged me a couple of $100 just to build this crate, but I got my money's worth. They did an excellent job. Come take a look. See, I've been in here already. There's some trim rings. We need a bay window, a door window, and a bedroom window. All right. Let's take a look at this thing. Here's our trim ring. So these were built for a wall that I think it's like 3 1/4, 3.5 inch thick wall or something. Super fat wall for a motorhome. But I plan on having it full of insulation. Sweet lock on the inside here. Ooh, there's the glass. Got screens built. On the door here, the inside cut is wider and taller than the outside cut. So I'm gonna have to trim the outside to get this new window to fit. But I'm not gonna stick these things in there until I've done the blue stripe in the morning. I'll pop the 3 pieces of glass in. I've got 2 different pieces of cockpit glass too. I'll show you the differences when we get to that point. What are we looking at? It's only 8:15, man. Every friggin' 10 minutes now is like, come on, baby, let's go. I know you guys saw this dirt bike earlier. That's a DR650 Suzuki. They made that bike in the same configuration for 30 years. That's a brand new 2025. It's still got a carburetor. There's no computer on that thing. I don't want to give away all my secrets, but I do have a motorcycle lift that's going to go on the camper. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're going to have to stay tuned. All right, hopefully you can see this. Got a sweet lock. This is for my bedroom. Got a screen. And we're going to try to get a visual on what I was telling you guys about this being thermal pane. I'm gonna have to bring you over here. All right, we're looking at the end of the glass here. There's your screen, and there's your glass. There's one piece of glass, and you see that space, that some sort of composite material, and another piece of glass. And it's filled with some sort of gas, just like a household, high quality household window would be. According to my calculations, this window should fit the inside cut. Let's see if I did that right. All right, no problem there, lots of room to move. Maybe it's gonna fit the outside cut, wouldn't that be nice? That would save me. Oh yeah, baby. I guess I did something. Oh yeah, would you look at that, huh? Huh? I don't have to cut shit. Don't have to cut for my door window. I must have changed my mind on those measurements at the last minute, and I am glad I did. I'm just as excited as you guys are to see this thing. You know, I wanted to plop in my taillights. I got like 64 Impala taillights for this thing. I wanted to clamp them in there, get the rear bumper on, get the rear hatch on. I mean, that's all coming, and I wanted it for this video, but you know what? I brought my A game today, and I'm very happy with the results. I hope you guys can enjoy it too. Oh, where'd that come from? All right, cockpit windows. So I've cannibalized another Travco. I've owned two, and I bought a bunch of parts off of another one. What do we got here? Driver's side, passenger side, passenger side. So these are both passenger side windows. I drove a couple hours away into New Hampshire and gave a guy a chunk of change to steal a bunch of parts off the Travco he had. So originally, the 69 210, that was the side window. See where the slider is, and the one I've got, you see where it slides there? This one here, the glass is much cleaner, and that's the one I plan on going with. I feel like I like that design better, and maybe that's just because it's original, but the cleaner glass is gonna win out. Let me know what you think. Okay. 6 a.m. Right. Check out our work. I ain't worked this hard at anything since I was in the Navy. Oh boy. No. Okay. All right, good morning, guys. 6 o'clock, happy Easter. Gonna get busy. Here we go. Good morning, all you cool kids. 6 a.m. Let's get cranking. Well, you missed that. I did all my taping and painting and didn't hit record. Hey, whose job was it to hit that record button? You guys from the Camera Operators Union, get over here. We're gonna have a powwow. I have no idea how this is gonna look. Guess I should just paint them white. But we don't have time to be experimenting all over the place, so we're just gonna paint them. Thing's got some weight to it. Oof. Not sure how I'm gonna do this yet. Jeez. Ugh. See if I can drop a $1,000 window right on the ground. That'd be awesome. Installed. These windows ain't staying there. So the black trim on the window versus the aluminum trim. Not gonna think too much about it till I see the whole thing outside. I wanted the aluminum colored trim to help go with the vintage look. My buddy says, you ain't gotta worry about that, dude. You got the vintage look. Damn. Like a glove. We must have done something right when we measured this thing. That is snug as a bug. Nice. Who could ask for anything more? I think this green tint is dark enough, man. Definitely from the inside, I am getting a seriously tinted effect. The more I study these windows, boy, the better the quality. Oh! So this is a cool window here. You know, when you deal with these people over at Motion Glass, you actually get to talk to a real live, flesh and blood human being. Can you imagine that? 2026, I submitted my measurements for this window here, and the guy calls me up and he says, the measurements don't work. So he stayed on the phone with me while I went outside, got a ladder and a tape measure, and figured out what does work. Okay, I like it. We're getting close to backing this out of here. I put 3 windshields in my square body. Broke 2, the third one worked. Oh, you know it too. When you're putting in a piece of glass and you hear click, you don't even need to see the crack, you just heard it. Click. They were all used windows. People tell me it's tough to install a used windshield. I guess that's probably true because I broke 2. All this rubber is pulled away. This glass is coming out and down. That's why it's got all the duct tape on it. This rubber is like not very rubbery. I do have another set of windshields and new ones are still available. I'm going to use the best of what I got, and I may end up buying a brand new driver's side windshield. That's $2,000, one piece. Less talk, more work. This day is just screaming by. It's 7:45 already. I am definitely gonna be late with my video upload. I would rather be late than never. And also, I'd rather be late than upload a piece of crap video. I'm gonna have to get a taller ladder. I should have put a little lube in there, but I didn't. It's not sitting deep enough in the lower channel. Just get in there, baby, one more time. One more time, you can do it. This makes me realize how easy it's going to be to do this with new parts, or new rubber. It's going to be much different than boy, didn't I get some distance? Now I gotta walk all the way around the building. It's gonna be much easier doing my final install on this thing than it was my Chevy truck. You can't see it from down there, but we're getting it. These are some of the things you're nervous about doing, like I don't mean what I'm doing right now, but taking this glass out in the first place. Like, am I ever gonna get that back in there? Is this gonna be the death of this motorhome? You are so close, baby. Mucho tirado. Okay. Come on, baby. I don't know if I need to just talk nice to it or get mad at it. She's in. So honestly, I think the silver wheel looks sexy. Happy with that. The neighbors are gonna think I sold my old wreck and bought a brand new motorhome. Hot Rod RV is sexied up. Well, there you go, guys. Lipstick on a rig. Be sure and watch for my next video preview Wednesday. We're going to build a thumbnail and talk about Sunday's upcoming feature video. Can't wait to see you guys.